Mars joins Rahu in Gemini, it is a strong conjunction on either side. So Mars and Rahu are conjoining and reflecting and introspecting on another conjunction, which is Saturn and Ketu. Now this is a marvelous combination. This is exactly the lines of, or I would say the lines that differ between intelligence and wisdom. People who are very, very intelligent actually think that they are wise, whereas wise people never prove that they are intelligent. That is the difference between these two conjunctions. Now, taking each one separately, Mars. Mars gives you aggression. It gives you constructiveness. It also brings in impulsiveness. It also brings in resilience. It also brings in that determination, that dedication. And it also says, I will kill it. Now, anger is there. Anger can be constructive, anger can be destructive. Anger can be impulsive, anger can be you're very irritable. Now, it is conjoined Rahu. Rahu is showing you the carrots. Rahu is dangling the carrots in front of you. Rahu keeps tempting you, keeps luring you to and showing you the pastures that are just virtual. They're not real, they're virtual. And here Mars is completely, can either fall a prey. So the intelligent ones will fall a prey because they have this attitude, I know it. Whereas the wise people would use that Mars energy very constructively, see whether what we are doing is virtual or whether it is a reality. So it is a direct balance of your physical and psychological levels. So people who are physically and psychologically strong are definitely going to be the winners. And once you actually get yourself physical and psychological balance complete, within yourself, and there is no way where we can analyze and realize, am I physically and psychologically balanced? But I would say when you actually are happy in your space, happy with the people around you, and you are in sync with the things that you are doing, which means whatever you are doing is actually giving you joy, you're better able to handle the people, and if there are fresher pastures dangled in front of you or you're being lured into any kind of a temptations, your rational logical mind is actually not falling a prey to those but taking reality checks. And that is where now your opposite sign, which is Saturn and Ketu, which only talks about realism, and Saturn demands determined discipline and dedication. So once the Saturn and Ketu reflect on the aggression of that, whether the Mars energy is being used constructively and whether the Mars energy is actually making you physically and psychologically strong, there is no way that you will not achieve wonders in your life. So people who can harness themselves psychologically and physically are the people who are going to be achievers, who can actually catapult to fame, who will suddenly be able to realize the realistic opportunities that are going to build and fill them with abundance of health, wealth and happiness. Sure, this period is something that is not to be feared but harnessed. Now actually I can make you understand and put you into the jargon of words and tell you Mars will bring this, Rahu will bring this, Ketu will bring this and Saturn will bring this. I do not want to confuse you. I am again at the cost of repeating myself going to tell you 15th June to almost 15th September is a period where you can re-strategize, recalibrate, see what are the things that are missing in you, build those things in you or adopt the new habits, adopt the new strategies. But more than not, it will be advisable for each one of you not to change yourself, be yourself, but change your negativities into your positive strengths. Because there is nothing known as positive and negative. It is what you feed your mind or what are the thoughts that you feed your mind is what then comes or manifests itself in physical reality. And I never take negatives as a disadvantage. I always say that yes, I am vulnerable, I am emotional, I'm a person who gets carried away, I don't have the habit of saying no, but at the same time I'm a sensitive person. And my sensitivity can be taken into negative, can be taken into positive. I do not think about all that. And if people think that they can take advantage because I have these negatives, so be it, because I keep feeding my mind that I am the giver at large. I have the capability to feed people. I have the capability to make people comfortable. And if people are taking advantage of me, so be it. Because my karmas are improving by the day. I am not taking advantage of anybody. And whether that gives me confidence or whether that makes me feel good, I'm yet in sync with my space. I'm in sync with the people. I feel happy. Everything gives me joy, whether it's my work, whether it is the people around me, because my spirituality actually reaches the helm of affairs when I stop being judgmental on anybody or any situation. That's what this conjunction is demanding. Mars is telling you to be constructive in your anger, in your resilience, or in your endeavor to do good things in life, or even if it makes you angry and your anger is telling you that you have to do these things in a stipulated time, you do it. Let that anger in you, let that restless in you become your plus point. But what you have to think at that time is that you are not treading on anybody's toes. Because that's what the conjunction, that's the opposite reflection. Now, what I want you to see is that Mars and Rahu is you. Saturn and Ketu is the reflection that you're seeing of yourself in the mirror. That's what these opposite signs are denoting. So when Mars and Rahu are you is the physical aspect of our being. Saturn and Ketu in the mirror is the reflection of your soul. Your soul is demanding you to take the corrective measures. So Saturn and Ketu, your subconscious mind, will always guide you to do the correct thing. So Mars and Rahu is there, which is your physical manifestation, comes directly in balance with your psychological manifestation. So, if you can listen to your psychology of your mind and of your soul and manifest it into your physical reality, make your anger constructive, make your resilience much more productive, and whatever you want to do it in life, you need to have the killer instinct. That is why, if you actually understand and see, killer instinct is taken in a positive way. Whenever we say the person is missing his killer instinct, that means he's not being sharp enough, he's not being, he's not a go-getter. So we take it, so Mars, killer instinct. Rahu, don't fall prey for illusions, but illusions will be there. So don't only play and don't get carried away by virtual whatever is given to you or shown to you. Just keep taking reality checks. Keep taking a step forward and keep taking and stopping there. Rather than taking a step backwards, stop there, pause there, take the reality check. Are you doing the correct thing? Now, how do you know that you're doing the correct thing? By just listening to that inner voice of yours. Because Saturn, which is your subconscious mind, is always prompting you to take the correct measures. Nobody needs to tell anybody who's right or wrong. Because it's thinking that makes it so. But if you can look into your own eyes, and if whatever you do in life, whomsoever you meet in life, if it gives you happiness, that is where you can create your own world. And trust me, the way they say spiritualism is not being judgmental on anybody. Spiritual evolvement basically means that you can or you do have the strength to be happy and take people for what they are, take situations for what they are. You have the will and the power and the motivation to create your own world. And Ketu just keeps throwing the reality checks. Rahu illusions, Ketu reality checks, Mars is your killer instincts, whereas Saturn is your psychological balance. So the physical and psychological balance is what makes a human being actually successful in life. And this is a period where the universal energies give everybody a chance 100% to take corrective measures so that the physical and psychological balance can be maintained, and from there is where not only your success but even abundance follows. And remember, success is not a goal. Success always follows you. You just need to keep your physical and psychological energies in balance.